Hello everyone. So for today's video I am finishing off the Hogwarts Crest that I started in my last video. And if you haven't seen that yet, I will put a link somewhere around here if you want to go check that out. So mostly this time around I am just refining the lines and making them nice and crisp. And that's what half of this video is. It actually took quite a long time. This video, although it's only 8 minutes long, it took about 2.5 hours for me to finish this off. And I did end up coloring some of it. I used my Sharpie blending technique to color some of it. And I had a few decisions to make. I was going to, the outline, I was going to turn into a Zentangle, and I was even going to do some Zentangles within the animals, but then I decided that the Hogwarts Crest is awesome as it is, and I really wanted to feature the animals more than the Zentangles in it. So it's more like it has Zentangle accents instead of it being a full Zentangle. So I only did 4 tangle patterns in this, and yeah, but I really liked the way it turned out. I actually did this for a friend of mine. Her name is Heidi. Hello, Heidi, if you're watching this. And she had the idea of both of us doing the same crest and seeing what we both come up with. So she hasn't finished hers yet. I was going to put it at the end of this video, but she hasn't finished hers yet. But it was a fun little project to do, and I hope that we can do something like this again because it was a lot of fun. I have been watching Harry Potter quite a bit lately and listening to the book as I'm drawing. I love Harry Potter. I think Harry Potter is the greatest books of all time, and my favorite book in the series is the 6th book, when Dumbledore died, and I cried. I remember when I read that book for the first time, I cried for a couple of days just thinking about it. And then I convinced myself that he wasn't really dead. But obviously he was. But Harry Potter is my favorite series in the whole world, I think. And I am on the Pottermore site, which I like to play around with every once in a while. I'm not on it every day like I used to be, but I like making the potions and the dueling club. But I really thought that it was going to be, I thought that the chapters would be released a lot faster than they are, so I get kind of bored in between the release of the chapters, and I kind of forget about it until I get an email saying, hey, there's new chapters on Pottermore, and then I go and check it out. Now for the shading, you can see that I'm using a really fine pen. This is the Copic multi-liner pen in .03, and I really love it to add, it adds a little bit of really fine details that I wouldn't be able to do with a pencil or even the .05 from the Pigma Micron pens. So I really like this .03 quite a bit. So altogether, this part and the last part probably took a total of maybe 4 hours to finish this, and I really like the way it turned out. I'm gonna send this off to Heidi as soon as I can, as soon as I get around to it sometime next week. Hopefully she'll like it. She said she's doing a huge Zentangle for her desk at work, so she says she's going to incorporate these crests into her desk project, so that will be interesting to see how she does that. Now, if you haven't followed me on Facebook, then you wouldn't know this, but I have opened an Etsy shop. I've been asked to do that a few times to sell my original artwork as well as some coloring pages, so I am doing that now. I have, I think, 4 different coloring pages and then some artwork too that I am selling if anybody is interested. And yeah, it's a fun little side project to do the shop. I was going back and forth on whether or not I should open a shop like that, but I had enough requests where I thought it would it would be a good idea. So if you want to check it out, I will leave a link below for you to see it. I do really wish that the camera would have picked up the variation of the coloring here. On this, and as well as the scan that you'll see at the end result, it doesn't pick up nearly as much variation in the coloring as in real life. I mean, it's pretty shaded with these colors with the Sharpies, but I don't know why it didn't pick up, but it didn't, and I tried a couple of different tries, but it still didn't work for me because I don't know why. But and I know that this is supposed to be burgundy as well, but the more layers of different color markers I was putting on it, it was not getting to be the color that I wanted it to be. I got pretty close in the original, but if I were to put any more layers on it, it just would have turned black. So I left it the way it was, and I think it turned out alright. And now the Slytherin Colors, of course, is green, which is my favorite color. And I had a lot of fun coloring this one in too. But my favorite one is the Ravenclaw symbol that I did. I think it turned out the best with all the blues that I did, and you'll see that in just a second here. Here it is. Starting off with a really dark blue, and then almost a turquoise color just above that to blend it in to a lighter blue, and then I layered several different layers of that blue. I just kept coloring on top over and over again to make it darker, and then that edge right there, I just did one layer to make it light, and it turned out really nice, especially in the original, but of course most of you can't see that. Sorry about that. Now this really bothers me that you can't see the different colors that I used here, because I used a light tan down at the bottom, and then I blended it with a darker yellow and then a brighter yellow on the top, and it kind of gives it a little bit of more of a gold effect like I wanted. But yeah. So I think that is about all I can say about this Zentangle. Now, personal wise, we are more and more adjusting to living in Tennessee, and I think Allie is liking it a lot more. I know I like her schooling a lot more. She actually has books in this school, which I am very happy about. So here is the completed picture, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you again very soon.